All right, about to get some work done. Let's see here. See what's up on Twitter. Oh, guys. These Super Smash Brothers Ultimate leaks, these 4chan posts, these data mines, these demo builds. There is just so much stuff with these leaks and what characters. It's like people are just trying to make up things for more conversation, speak it into existence. LeVar Ball in the house. This is just absolutely insane. Let's go over the latest Super Smash Brothers Ultimate leak from a board on 4chan, which has been absolutely reliable in the past. But seriously, I've been bombarded with so many Super Smash Bros. Ultimate League videos, so many Super Smash Bros. Ultimate League pages, so many Super Smash Bros. Ultimate League data mines and all sorts of stuff. What is real? What is not real? Because you know some of this stuff just might turn out to be actually in the game, and most of it probably isn't going to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over this latest one. I picked one out of the lot that you guys have been sending me for your entertainment and content here, and you guys can decide what is real or what you think is going to be in there. Now, I would not suggest to think that any of this in terms of what this person is trying to say is actually accurate or correct, because he's right. Now, it could be, but probably not. There's been a lot of evidence that you guys have pointed me towards on Twitter and stuff that I just saw, and of course, my common sense that tells me that a lot of this stuff is absolutely fake. But I think it's fun to talk about certain characters, who's going to get in, who isn't going to get in. So let's jump into this, guys, and we'll discuss it one by one. So apparently this post on 4chan says, "Hello everyone, I was working on a setup on the demo build of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to install with the Switch's dev menu for the Gamescom this year, and I had access to the data files of the game, and I had made interesting discoveries, and more precisely in the file UI underscore character underscore db.bin and the fighter folder in the folder data. Here is what I found for the playable characters." Like, let me just ask you guys a question. Let's just talk about this. I was working and the demo build, and you had access to hook up some type of thing when nobody was looking, when Masahiro Sakurai didn't have his watchful eye over the demo unit. No, I'm just joking. Masahiro Sakurai wasn't at Gamescom. But seriously, do you guys honestly think any one of Nintendo's employees, when they go to these things, let you have access to what this guy would have done? I've been to these shows, guys, and Nintendo always has somebody standing there right next to the unit. Sometimes even the Nintendo Switch is encased in a box. I'm not exactly sure how this was at Gamescom. I didn't watch any of the live footage from where this guy could have said it was. Could he have gotten something? Maybe, but this is highly suspect when he tries to reason how he got access to this data in the first place, and he's just making up UI underscore character underscore db.bin file. What the heck? Does Sakurai file those that easily? Maybe he does. Probably he doesn't for a demo build though. And why would I have access to all that stuff if you couldn't use it? Oh my gosh, there's just so many things wrong with that opening statement. But anyway, let's get into the characters here, because I know that's what you guys are here for and what you guys want to discuss: who's in, who isn't in, possibilities, and all of that. Let's start off with the newcomers. So he says Banjo, which was the file, and it refers to Banjo and Kazooie duo. The next one is B Waddle Dee, so that would be suggesting Bandana Waddle Dee from the Kirby series, and that just seems like pandering to me because of the kind of support and momentum Bandana Waddle Dee is getting to be in there. Then there's Gyogajin, which is the Japanese name for Incinerator, the Gen 7 Pokemon rep. And then Geno, which is referring to Super Mario RPG. Geno from that game, that was a collaboration RPG between Square Enix and Nintendo on the Super Nintendo, and that would be apparently a Mario rep, it says here. Next would be Marshall, referring to the Chorus Kids from the Rhythm series. Now, the Chorus Kids, or the Rhythm Men, or whatever it was that they were in, those have been rumored since Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and apparently I think Sakurai did want them in there but didn't get in there, so we'll see what happens there. Next is Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and there's also two other folders: Rex Ho, or H-O, suggested to be Horuma, the Japanese name for Pyra, and the second one is Rex H-I, suggested to be Hikarin, the Japanese name of Mithra. So apparently you would have Rex, Pyra, and Mithra at your disposal to fight, probably with Rex fighting, and then you can switch between Pyra or Mithra in order to get certain abilities or boosts or whatever the case is. Now the next one is Robin, and that's the Japanese name of Isaac from the Golden Sun series, not to be confused with Robin from Fire Emblem series, who is Reflet from the Japanese name of Fire Emblem Awakening. Then there's Skull Kid, which is a new playable character from the Zelda series, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So just write that in there, Skull Kid, hey, he's right in the game. Here, come data mine me, come look at my files. I find this to be ridiculous. Now, which of these characters from the new fighters or the newcomers can be in there, or what I want in there, because there is a whole Echo Fighter type of section that he goes over as well. So let's start with who I think is going to get in. I honestly feel, based on what Sakurai has said about the Xenoblade series, I do think that there's going to be a new Xenoblade rep. Now, could it be Rex, Pyra, and Mithra? Absolutely. I think that is a very good possibility. We have one Xenoblade Chronicles rep, but I do think, since there are 3 games that have been made at this point with the Xenoblade franchise, it's become a staple for Nintendo. And if you count Torna the Golden Country, that's actually 4 games. 4 Xenoblade games since 2010. I think that is a staple for Nintendo, so I do feel that Sakurai probably wants to put another character in there. I think it's really a mix, or more of like a pick between, it's going to be Elma or it's going to be Rex, Pyra, and Mithra. And I think that based on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I think they're going to go with Rex, Pyra, and Mithra. However, I don't think that Elma is off the table, or let's say if Elma gets in, I don't think that Rex, Pyra, and Mithra couldn't be DLC or something else added in there after the fact. So I do think that that is possible. Now, Isaac is a character that I've been wanting forever. I hope Isaac gets in. Let's just hope and pray Isaac gets in. I want him in there. I want to be able to have a Golden Sun rep. I think a Golden Sun rep definitely needs to be in there, and I think that Nintendo needs to make a new Golden Sun game with Camelot, or give it to another developer who can make a Golden Sun game. Obviously, we all would love Geno, right? Geno, if you've played Super Mario RPG, Geno was one of the most unique and awesome characters ever in a collaboration title with Nintendo. So I would love for Geno, but this seems to be like he's just kind of pandering here with this one. I don't know if Geno's gonna get in. Square Enix only has one real rep, and that is Cloud, so maybe Geno does, but probably not. The Bandana Waddle Dee, I don't even know. Banjo-Kazooie, no, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, Sakurai's gonna put Banjo-Kazooie, but Shovel Knight's not in the game. I mean, come on, man, like, I don't know about this, and that's Microsoft's IP. That's not an IP from Nintendo that they can just freely use. So yeah, I don't know about all that. Skull Kid, maybe. I mean, that's a possibility. People have been wanting Skull Kid for a long time. People have been wanting Skull Kid since Super Smash Bros. Probably like Melee or something like that. People have been wanting Skull Kid because Majora's Mask was in 2000, right? So, or like 99, 2000, somewhere around that time. So yeah, people have been wanting Skull Kid for a long time. So we'll see if that happens. I don't know about all that. So really, out of all of these newcomers, the only one that I'm kind of sold on is a new Xenoblade rep and a new Golden Sun rep. Those are the only 2 that I'm like, you know what? I think Nintendo and Sakurai would actually do that. Now, let's move into the Echo Fighters from this leak, okay? And the Echo Fighters that they say are in here are Dixie, referring to Dixie Kong. She's the Echo Fighter for Diddy Kong. And then Garcia, which is the Japanese name for Felix from Golden Sun, which he's an Echo Fighter for Isaac, or Robin in Japanese. Then you have Ken, which refers to Ken from Street Fighter series. He's an Echo Fighter for Ryu, and people have talked about having Ken and Ryu or Akuma as an Echo Fighter for Ryu. And I'm a huge fan of Ken from Street Fighter. He's my favorite Street Fighter character. I mean, it would be great, but man, Ken has so many different things. I know they're both, of course, Shotos and everything, and they studied and trained at the same place. They have similar movesets, but Ken still has things that he does different. So I would like to make sure that if he is, they highlight that. But once again, I'm taking this with the tiniest grain of salt, guys. All right, so next is Shadow, refers to Shadow the Hedgehog from the Sonic series. He's an Echo Fighter for Sonic, or Sonic, as they say. Shizune, which is the Japanese name for Isabelle from Animal Crossing series. She's the Echo Fighter for the Villager, or Morobito. Next is Serenite, which is the Japanese name for Gardevoir from the Pokemon series. She's an Echo Fighter for Mewtwo. And once again, I definitely think that a lot of this is false. I don't think we're going to be getting that many Echo Fighters, plus that many new characters, plus in addition to everything that they've already revealed with new characters. Holy smokes, this game's gonna have like 80 something characters without DLC, or maybe some of these files are DLC. I have no idea, but Sakurai said that DLC wasn't something that they were thinking about right at this point. They're just trying to get the game done, so maybe after the game is done, they'll think about some DLC characters, so maybe that's off the table. And also, this guy says that seeing all that, I can really see that Sakurai really used the ballot. I'll share some new updates later, and I think this is just kind of made up with just fans, kind of like what fans want, and just some educational guesses. I think most of these leaks, heck, I saw a leak with Agnes from freaking Bravely Default. So I think most of these leaks, most of these things coming out are just people just making up stuff and using educated guesses with what people want in order to try to push their whatever, try to just put people on for a ruse or whatever the case is. I don't know, just steer people in some way. People like doing stuff like this on the internet just so you can get reactions like this. So it's just one of those things to where I haven't talked about any of these new leaks, and anytime I go online and I talk about Smash Brothers, people say, hey OJ, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? And I'm like, yes, I've seen it. So I decided, hey, I'll talk about this one. I'm not going to do much more on this, guys, when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Unless I get a solid leak or unless I get something that I can rely on that I know is true. But that has not happened yet. Outside of a few different characters before we got the official reveals, I knew about Simon Belmont, I knew about Ridley, I knew about Wolf, I knew about Ice Climbers, I knew about all those characters beforehand. So I knew that anything that kind of talked about those was true. So this one, haven't heard about it, so we'll have to wait and see on all of this. But guys, this is probably just made up and all of that. So thanks for sending me all your stuff. I do appreciate it, but we'll see what happens. I think this is a lot of educated guesses, which some of it could come true, but a lot of it is just going to be false. So what do you guys think about Super Smash Brothers? All of these different weird leaks and stuff that's going on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.